I'm Tinny from Mini Bowl Design, and today I'm going to talk about oatmeal, or as I call it, GoatMeal, which is another story. I call it GoatMeal because oats I use a lot in animal feed, like horse feed. Probably just about every animal feed that they make has some oats in it. And goats are funny, and it kind of rhymes with oats, so I call it GoatMeal. It's an ongoing thing with Mini Bowl Design, GoatMeal. So today I'm going to show you how I make GoatMeal. I get up every morning and have GoatMeal for breakfast. And over the years I've developed a way to make it that I really like. You probably won't, but this will give you some insight on how I make it, and maybe you'll learn something from it, maybe you won't. So let's gather everything up and make some of Tinny's GoatMeal. Okay, when I make GoatMeal, I use a 16-ounce Ziploc container with a lid. Now, that may seem odd to you, but I use these backpacking, and almost everything I eat out of them backpacking, I eat out of these, so they've become a friend. And there's a little bit of rhyme and reason to the reason of this. First thing I do is I start out with a heaping half cup of quick oats. And then I put about, that much more. So I've probably got about 3/4 of a cup. Perfectly honest, I've never measured it. But anyway, that's about 3/4 of a cup. And this is quick oats, instant Quaker quick oats. You buy it in the big containers, and it cooks in about, just with some boiling water, in a couple minutes, versus the regular oats that you have to boil for a few minutes. Okay, I got 3/4 of a cup of quick oats. And the next thing I put in is, this is McCormick cinnamon. It's in a grinder. So I grind in about 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, which takes a little while. This is really good cinnamon. That's, when you grind it yourself, it tends to be a little better than the stuff that's pre-ground. It's a little coarser, but it has a little better flavor. Okay. The next thing I put in, believe it or not, is some sea salt. Now I know it sounds odd, but it actually brings the flavor out in the oatmeal, and without it, the oatmeal is a little bit flat. And I put in about probably 1/4 teaspoon of that also. And believe it or not, that really makes a big difference. Okay, this is where it starts getting really weird. Now, I don't care for half and half or milk on my oatmeal. It cools it down, waters it down too much. And this is something that I developed a taste for when I was backpacking, because you can't carry milk backpacking. This is coffee creamer. And I put in 2 scoops of that. That's probably, I don't know, a little over 1/4 of a cup. And I stir it all up. And I'm using here raw sugar. It's a sugar in the raw. And I use a fair amount of sugar. I use 2 heaping teaspoons. Probably, actually, this is a pretty big spoon. It's probably actually 3 heaping teaspoons. Then I put the lid on, and now you're starting to see why I use this container. And I tumble it to mix all the ingredients and get them all well suspended, so I don't have any pools of one ingredient in one spot. Now, if I'm going to eat this for breakfast, that's not that important. But if I'm going to bag this, vacuum seal this, I found that doing this, tumbling it, and getting everything evenly mixed, works a lot better when you vacuum seal it, because if, like, the creamer gets clumped in one area where you've got a lot of just creamer, it'll tend to make a hard spot. Same way with the sugar. So by doing this, it seems to reconstitute a lot better. Now, when I get done with this, when I get ready to reconstitute it, whether I'm either out on the trail or in my kitchen, I put boiling hot water in this 1/2 inch above the main ingredient. Stir it very well, put the lid on, and let it set for about 8 minutes. And that'll thicken up. I like my oatmeal fairly thick. That'll thicken up and get nice and gooey, and it's very good flavor. And that's how I make GoatMeal. Everybody's different, but that's how I do it. So I'm Tinny from Indie Bowl Design. Get out and hike, take a friend, and more important than anything, have a great day. Bye-bye.